If college feels like a never-ending boss fight and your brain keeps crashing like a Windows 98 computer, this one's for you. Stress and anxiety wreck learning. You feel overwhelmed, you can't think straight, you start forgetting things, and then you make mistakes. The stress compounds. Before you know it, you're avoiding stressors and falling behind. As an education PhD and professional academic coach, I see this vicious cycle with my college students all the time. In this video, we're going to use neuroscience to understand what's happening when stress takes over. And when you understand the stress response and how it affects your learning, you can better manage your stress and regain control of your brain. This video means a lot to me. I've experienced severe burnout from out of control stress and anxiety. I was once so overwhelmed that I couldn't think straight. My brain felt foggy. I remember sitting in front of my computer, and I couldn't figure out how to open my email. I just stared at the screen feeling dumb. My intelligence has always been a strength, so losing it was terrifying. I felt like I was failing in every part of my life. As a husband, a father, a student, and an employee. It felt bleak. That experience pushed me to research burnout, academic stress, and how these things affect learning. It changed the course of my PhD and my entire career. When I finally started taking the same advice I gave my students, I pulled out of burnout. Now, things are awesome. I'm balanced, happy, and motivated. And I want that for you. I know the strategies that I'm going to share with you work. They worked for me, and I've seen them work with literally thousands of my students. The path to recovery is there, but you have to choose to follow it. Take the first step. Be brave. It's cliche, but step after step until you start to see progress. Once you see progress, your motivation will rise, mental toughness will build, and your willpower will strengthen. I'm sorry for the lecture. I didn't mean to get this worked up. I'm just really passionate about this. College is hard, and I've seen stress damage the mental health of more students than I can count. The experience of burnout that I saw with myself and with my students taught me something important. To achieve balance, you have to understand how stress and learning interact. So let's get to it. The stress response is a primitive system built for physical danger. You see the tiger, the stress response kicks in, and you go into fight, flight, or freeze. People forget freeze. That's when you can't fight or run. Total deer in the headlights mode. There are two hormones that drive this system, adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline fuels fight or flight. It gets your body ready for action. Great if you're running from danger, not so helpful when you're trying to sit and study. Cortisol makes thinking harder. It interferes with cognition and causes that brain fog feeling when you feel de-skilled and you just can't think straight. Why would your body make thinking harder on purpose? Because your body doesn't want you to overanalyze the tiger. It wants you to move. You escape, your body calms down, and the stress response fades. The problem for students? College constantly triggers the stress response. Exams, your job, relationships, your email, and that hyper-connected feed where you instantly know everything bad that's happening in the world. It's a perfect storm for being overwhelmed. Chronically triggering the stress response leads to trouble. Constant fight or flight can turn into anxiety. Staying frozen too long can slide you into depression. If you walk into any college counseling center in the United States, I guarantee you some of the top presenting issues will be stress, anxiety, and depression. Mental health is complex, and I'm not trying to oversimplify it. I'm trying to normalize it. Mental health is a serious issue on campuses and in society, and the stress response is one of the underlying causes. When you get trapped in the stress response, you're in survival mode. You are de-skilled. Your prefrontal cortex, the thinking portion of your brain, starts to go offline and energy is rerouted to your limbic system, the emotional center of your brain. In that heightened emotional state, clear thinking becomes hard. It's not that your prefrontal cortex shuts off. You can still think. It's just like your limbic system is shouting so loudly that focus becomes almost impossible. Have you ever turned down the music in your car just so you can see better? That's what's going on. That overwhelmed by inputs feeling is cognitive overload. It's stressful and mentally exhausting. You lose executive functions, flexible thinking, working memory, self-monitoring, planning, prioritizing, task initiation, organization, impulse control, and emotional control. That's horribly ironic because those are the exact skills you need to pull yourself out of the stress response. You get stuck in survival mode, foggy, frustrated, and prone to make mistakes. Here's the good news. Executive functions are skills, which means you can learn them. And as an academic coach, I often help students rebuild these exact skills. We all have different baselines with these skills, and Dawson and Guar's research shows that the skill that's least developed is the first one you lose when you're dysregulated. For some, it's emotional control. They lose their temper easily under stress. For others, it's flexible thinking. They just can't think of a different way to solve a problem. Another student might lose task initiation. They know what to do, but they just can't start. Knowing which skill you lose first is a signal that you've slipped into survival mode. You've seen this. A friend, or maybe you, are making bad decision after bad decision. And from the outside, the solution seems obvious. But when you're inside survival mode, it's not. That's why connecting with a counselor, an academic coach, or even a trusted friend matters. Someone outside your storm can help you unpack what's going on and help you move forward strategically. How do you get out of survival mode? There are two strategies: top-down and bottom-up processing. Top-down strategies, you are using your thinking brain. Things like making a study schedule, planning your week, or changing your study strategies. You're analyzing the problem and building some sort of plan to deal with the stressor. But here's the catch. Stress makes thinking hard. It de-skills you. That's where bottom-up processing comes in. You need to calm your body first. You regulate your nervous system. This is wellness in action. Sleep, exercise, healthy food, time with friends and family, prayer, meditation, yoga, whatever restores balance to your system. As it turns out, your brain is in your body, and one of the best ways to take care of your brain is to take care of your overall wellness. My channel covers both top-down and bottom-up strategies, but the key takeaway for this video is that you need both to escape survival mode. When you learn to use both approaches to care for your brain, you stop just surviving and you can start thriving in college. Here's one of the most important things I need you to know. You have what it takes to be successful in college. The most heartbreaking thing I see is that students fall into survival mode and they start building a false story about themselves. They experience a normal physiological response to stress, and they twist it into, I'm not smart enough, I'm not tough enough, or so there's something wrong with me. I get it, I've been there, I've been burnt out, I've had those same thoughts, but they're lies. They're lies that your stress brain is telling you. Don't believe them. If you're having a rough time, I don't want to minimize your struggle, but I promise it will get better. You need to believe in yourself and invest in yourself. And most importantly, you have to take action. You need to get help. You need to address your stressors. It's one small step at a time, and you'll get where you want to be. You're stronger than you think, and I'll walk with you every step of the way. You got this. Please like this video and subscribe for more science-backed student success strategies.